Can I now move to the next question? Question number 13. It's in the name of Assembly Member Qureshi, and it's about fuel poverty.
Yeah. Murad, I'm very concerned about fuel prices in London, and you've seen what's going on at the moment, the attempts to deal with a cartel with price fixing by the energy companies. I totally support that. In London, we've done a number of things to try to address the real problems of fuel poverty that affect particularly elderly people, people on fixed incomes. Number one, to help them to make their homes more fuel efficient. The Renew programme has dealt with 67,000 homes so far. Number two, to make them aware of their rights and to tackle fuel poverty by highlighting the kind of cash support that is available to Londoners. And I think that the Know Your Rights campaign that we launched last year made sure an extra £500,000 went to Londoners, particularly elderly Londoners, who weren't aware of the support they can get, they are entitled to deal with fuel poverty. But I am concerned about the prices at the moment. I think they are extortionate, and I think that the initiative that that the government is now pursuing, which is to force energy companies to offer the lowest rate, is a promising way forward.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. It's estimated that for every 1% increase in energy prices, it pushes about 40,000 households nationally into fuel poverty. And we actually saw evidence of that yesterday when we went to Peckham Food Bank and heard a very moving account of a mother who's had to choose between heating the home or feeding her kids. That's why she's at the food bank. She was at the food bank this week. Now that's already happening even before the energy hikes have actually kicked in. She's a British gas consumer. She's been hit by 6% increases. Lord knows what EDF customers who are going to get 11% hits are going to do. Now, there's nothing mean you can do on the national front, but on the London context, there's no doubt the energy companies could have done a lot more with their own.
Well, what they're saying.
Can I finish?
Yeah.
Can I finish? The energy companies could have done a lot better with their own home energy efficiency programmes. Your own office has stated that we've lost out in £350 million worth of funding. What I want to know is what discussions have you had with the energy companies themselves on addressing this gross imbalance of activity on home energy efficiencies, which they were obliged to do in the first place?
Well, we've repeatedly had the energy companies in, and what they're getting away with at the moment is the claim that they are obliged to spend so much of their so much on renewables and energy efficiency of one kind or another, and their claim is that is pushing up the cost of providing energy, and whether or not that is true is very, very hard for me to evaluate. I happen to think that the energy policy of this country is in a bit of in chaos at the moment, and we need to sort it out, and that's why I've just set up for London this high-level group working with all the energy-generating companies, with the developers, with councils, to look at what is going on with energy supply in this city, because the prices are going up, but supply is increasingly insecure. And it's pretty obvious to everybody that the current strategy is incoherent. We seem to be going for more and more wind farms which are not actually doing the job.
I don't think that's the issue which I'm particularly focused in. It's what they were committed to do and they haven't done. And I do think you've got a moral responsibility to hang them on this issue very, very clearly. They haven't delivered, and at the same time they've got themselves a huge amount of publicity. You just have to look at the EDF publicity they got over the Olympics when they went around with a green Union Jack, and they've hit Londoners with an 11% increase in prices almost straight after the Olympics. Have you actually raised this issue as well with government and the Secretary of State for Energy and Climate Change?
I have.
Have you got out of Ed Davey? Given he's a Greater London MP, he should be aware of these issues.
I have. I brought it up repeatedly over a long period. And I remember going in to see a chap called Ed Miliband, who showed absolutely no understanding of it, whatever.
We're dealing with it here and now.
When he was Secretary of State for Energy and Climate Change, and I said, I remember the conversation I had with him. And I said what we needed.
Stick with Ed Davey, present
I said what we needed was a massive campaign in this city and throughout the country to improve the insulation, improve the quality of energy efficiency in people's homes. And I said it would drive the economy. It would be a fantastic thing for London and for the rest of the country. And I have to say, dear Ed showed absolutely no interest in what I remember. He barely understood what retrofitting was.
I asked what
since then, of course, we have kept up our pressure on government to do this. I've talked to colleagues in government repeatedly about this. What we've been able to do to Greg Barker and to others, what we have been able to do is 67,000 homes retrofitted. I appreciate that is a drop in the bucket in London, but it is a start.
I'm sorry, that didn't actually answer my question at all. I actually mentioned another person's name, and you obviously haven't been in touch with him. Can I ask you about your own programme?
Well, sorry, I have been in touch with Greg Barker, who is responsible for this, and my office has been in touch with the department repeatedly for a long time.
Well, that's what you didn't answer at the beginning. But can I move on? Your own programme, you promised in the last term that you'll do 200,000 retrofits, home energy fits under the Mayor's programme. You delivered just under 70,000. In this mayoral term, you're committed to 20,000 up until January. Have you got no other plans after January, given the energy price hikes are dropping most Londoners into fuel poverty?
I can't give you the figures, but we are committed
so it ceases after that.
No, we are committed to expanding our policy of retrofitting. And for people who don't, listening to this, who wonder what on earth retrofitting is, it's stuff that you can do that will improve the energy efficiency of your home, and in many cases it can save you up to £180 a month on your bills, and that is a year on your bills, and that is a considerable saving for many people. I don't pledge that you can do that in all homes, and it is, and in many cases the housing stock in London is not suitable for. It doesn't make it easy for us to do this. But we are going ahead, as I say, with a programme that I think not only offers the opportunity for householders homeowners to cut their bills, but also offers massive scope for employment. And I think it's a shame that successive governments haven't taken this up more vigorously.